Well, hello everybody. I have a couple more stories for you. This one comes to us from the Family of Christ Preschool. It's just a sweet book called Snuffle Bunny. It's about this little girl who loses her stuffed bunny and tries to tell her dad, but it's hard. All right, here we go. Snuffle Bunny. This one's kind of a long book. We'll get it all in. All right, not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. Trixie and her daddy went down the block, through the park, past the school, and into the laundromat. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. She even got to put the money in the machine. And then they left. Do you see what's in the machine? But a block or so later, Trixie realized something. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Oggle, woggle, gobble." "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home." "Oggle, woggle, gobble," said Trixie again. "Bloggle, blobble, wumpy, floppy, snurp." Oh no. "Now please don't get fussy," said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled, "Wow!" She went boneless. She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. By the time she got home, her daddy was unhappy too. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Snuffle Bunny?" Mommy figured it out, didn't she? The whole family ran down the block, and they ran through the park and zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for Snuffle Bunny. He looked and looked and looked, but Snuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. Oh no, Trixie looked so sad. Soon Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Snuffle Bunny. And those were the first words Trixie ever said. Oh, I'm so glad they found Snuffle Bunny. It's very, very sad when our favorite stuffed animal is lost. All right, here we have another book. This one is called Fiona Flamingo, and Fiona has some very strong feelings, and those feelings come out in different colors. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Fiona Flamingo. On a beautiful sunny afternoon where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in the nest. Little Fiona grew up making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. As the time passed, the birds all became stronger. They also got pinker, and their feathers grew longer. They turned pinker and pinker with each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them flew. Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were bright white. The other flamingos gasped and stared at her In shock, they couldn't believe what they were seeing and wildly began to squawk. Her friends looked at the white feathers, not knowing what to think. "You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink." With everyone shouting, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers, and then she looked at theirs. "You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene." That's when Fiona started shaking, and her feathers turned green. When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got more anxious, and her feathers grew greener. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. "Stop being silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink." "Oh no," said Fiona, "this is worse than just bad." But her friends kept on squawking, and then Fiona, she got mad. "You're making me angry," she jumped and furiously said. That's when Fiona started yelling, and her feathers turned to red. The flock became silent, hoping things would get better. But Fiona got madder, and her feathers grew redder. Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. "Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink." They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, and now, well, she felt sad. She whimpered and cried, "I'm all mixed up in hue." That's when Fiona started sobbing, and her feathers started turning blue. The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer. But Fiona just got sadder, and her feathers got bluer. Her friends looked at her blue feathers, not knowing what to think. "Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink." No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. That's when Fiona got lonely, and her feathers turned to gray. Oh, poor Fiona. A young chick floated up with a gaze so pure and true. "Oh, I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you." Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like any other. Pink, white, green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she'd stay. The entire flock gathered round, and Fiona gave a big wink. "I guess we've all learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't have to be pink." And Fiona, she had a lot of feelings, and they kept turning her different colors. We all have feelings too. Sometimes we're angry or sad or blue. Luckily, we don't change colors, but Fiona did, and that's kind of fun. Those are my stories, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys again next week. Goodbye.